This is Kevin F. Pope with the Pope's Perspective, and today I am going to talk about my favorite Disney movie of all time. Drum roll, please. I've been dreaming of a true love's kiss. It is Enchanted. And by the way, I'm still waiting for that prince. Giselle lives in an animated world, and she's waiting for her prince. Sound a little familiar? But wait, it gets better. Because for those of you who do not know, what happens in Enchanted is that Giselle ends up in our world. So we get this animated princess coming in to our world, and it is magical. It is absolutely magical. Amy Adams as Giselle, she is so good. I love Giselle. I adore Giselle. Giselle is so wonderful. She's just to imagine being around someone like that, and I'm just like, I love her outlook on life. She's always looking around like everything's so wonderful and magical, and she's full of optimism. She is a Disney princess. Now, technically, she's not part of the Disney princesses. If there's a way to make Giselle a Disney princess, we need to make Giselle a Disney princess, because Giselle is wonderful. Giselle is my favorite Disney princess. But we are digressing. So, Giselle ends up into our world, and she meets Robert. So you have Giselle, the optimist, and then you have Robert, the skeptic. And she's like, no, and Robert is constantly, I'm like, no, things don't work out that way. I'm like, yeah, it's nice to imagine, it's nice to believe, but in reality, things don't always work out. Things rarely work out. That's life. That's part of life is. And so there's the contrast of the two characters. But of course you have the two coming together. And for those of you who haven't seen the film, I don't want to ruin it for you, because, and if you haven't seen the film, what are you doing? Go out and watch Enchanted. You are missing out on one of the greatest movie experiences you will ever experience. If you love Disney, you will love Enchanted. It is pure Disney magic, okay? And one of the beauties of Enchanted is, by Giselle playing this animated character, it's very reminiscent. It plays back to a lot of these Disney tropes, to a lot of these Disney classic animated moments that we all have grown up and loved. And it is beautiful. And it's kind of fun with the little contrast that we get, because we get in the real world, she sings a song about cleaning up. Much like in many of the Disney movies, they have a clean up song. And who does she call? She calls her animal friends. Well, she's in New York City, so it's rats and pigeons and cockroaches, and they help her clean up. And it's delightful. The whole movie is delightful, okay? And one more thing about Giselle, about Amy Adams' performance. The whole movie is invested in Giselle. If Amy Adams had overplayed that part, had overacted, overplayed the Disney princess, overplayed that part, or underplayed it, didn't hit the right notes for the character, didn't hit the right style of that character, she got it dead on. She was so perfect as Giselle. I adore Giselle. Okay? And then you not only have Giselle, so her prince from the animated world, Prince Edward, ha! I have come to rescue you. He comes in to rescue Giselle. Prince Edward, played by the dashing James Marsden, and he's a hoot. He is so one of my favorite lines in the movie is he's asked, "Do you like yourself?" And he says, "What's not to like?" And he just, that smile, it's wonderful. It's so much fun. And the villain, Queen Norissa, the one responsible for sending Giselle into our world to begin with, because according to her, it is a place where there are no happily ever afters. So she doesn't want the prince to find Giselle. She wants the kingdom for herself. If the prince finds himself a bride, then he becomes the king. And she is the stepmother. See, it's playing off of other Disney villain tropes. See where it's going? Evil queen, stepmother, and she will not have it. So she sends Giselle to the human world. Okay? And then you have Nathaniel, her lug that she sends in to stop the prince from finding Giselle. And in fact, even in the beginning of the film, before they even go into our world, she has Nathaniel following, and basically Nathaniel's kind of like, he's just a companion for Prince Edward, kind of like the prince is off on his quest, and he's got his little stooge or whatever who's following along and is like, "Oh yes, sire, excellent, sire, yes, that's so, bravo, sire, you did wonderfully, splendidly. Now would you?" But his real job is to keep him from finding a girl, and he's not doing such a good job about that. So the Prince Edward goes in to find Giselle, and then Nathaniel is sent in to keep Prince Edward from finding Giselle. You've got a chipmunk character who is quite a kick as well, Pip, and it's so much fun. This film plays with classic Disney, but it's not making fun of classic Disney. It is playing homage to classic Disney, and it does it in such a fun, Enchanted, the movie's Enchanted, because it's enchanting, fun, enchanting way, and it is just fabulous, okay? So hopefully most of you have seen Enchanted. Like I said, if you have not seen Enchanted, go out and see Enchanted. The musical songs are from Alan Menken, classic Disney composer of films like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and many, many more. This guy knows Disney. He collaborated with Stephen Schwartz, who he worked with on Hunchback of Notre Dame and Pocahontas. Stephen Schwartz is also known for a little show called Wicked. Maybe you've heard of it. So you've got some musical genius, and the songs in Enchanted are just delightful. Okay? It's one of those songs, like, whenever I have my iPod on, and if a song from Enchanted comes up, I never skip it. No, I will not skip a song from Enchanted. It is not allowed. Okay? Because Enchanted is so good. I just cannot say how much I adore Enchanted. It's just like, this is, there's really not really much criticism, and I'm not going to give any criticism because I love this film. I can watch it anytime, and it just is just, it's so good. And I also want to displace, a lot of people put Frozen for being the first Disney film to disperse the trope of, wait a minute, you just met the guy and you fall in love with him and you're going to get married? Nope, it was first done in Enchanted. Okay? Giselle is talking with Robert, and she's talking about Prince Edward, and he goes, "How long have you known him?" "A day." "Oh, so it feels like a day." "No, I mean it's been a day." It's like you're gonna marry the guy after you've met him for one day. So Enchanted is actually the first film to call out that trope. Okay? And like I said, it's like you have the relationship, you have the romance developing between Robert and Giselle, and it's oh my goodness, wow. Like I want Prince Edward. I want Giselle, I want Prince Edward, but I'm not gonna say who ends up with who. If you've seen the film, you know how the film ends. And if you haven't seen the film, maybe you can guess how the film ends, but I'm not going to tell you how the film ends. Okay? But it has a great ending. Okay? I have a little minor quibble with the ending, but it's too much of a spoiler. But at the same time, the ending really plays off classic Disney villains. And so it goes into that homage. And so in that regard, it's really, really great for the villain side. Okay? So it plays homage to the heroes, Disney princesses, the villains. It plays homage to classic Disney, and Enchanted there's not a more perfect Disney film. I love Enchanted so much. And that is the Pope's perspective.